Hello everybody! Welcome to today's video. We're going to be going over my strategy on what I want to do for my main route on day one. I don't think it's going to be any sort of meta kind of content, but it's something that I want to lead up to in a goal of getting a god cape pretty early on, something to get out of the way, and really cool fashion scape just to flex on other people. But hopefully this will help you get an idea of maybe a route that you may want to take a little bit away from Catherby or some of the other ones that you've been seeing. I'm going to be mainly going east, downwards into Lumbridge, over to Port Sarim, and then up into Great Corinne, and then I'm going to be doing some library tasks there, and then I'm going to be heading up into the wilderness. And after all that's done, I really don't know what's going to be going on, and I think that's pretty fun. Not everything needs to be planned out to the T, at least for me, but I always like to do a little bit of planning, so let's dive right into it. We're all starting out in Catherby, so the first things I want to do is I'm going to probably preload my inventory at the bank with some of these items that I'm going to be needing. Most likely it's just going to be the bronze pickaxe, tinderbox, knife, and some food, because we're going to be going up to Sears Village to collect some coin pouches, so food will definitely be a good thing to have. There's also some charter ship options for food as well. So the first things we'll do is definitely pick up that jug of wine and knife, and then on the way to Sears, we're going to chop some logs, burn some logs, and then fletch some arrow shafts. So you're going to technically need to cut down like 2 trees, burn one of them, and then fletch the arrow shafts out of the other. The reason why I'm going up to Sears Village is hopefully to disband a little bit of that lag that's going to be happening really heavily in Catherby. That's where I'm going to most likely be pickpocketing the men, though I may stay down at the pier. We'll also achieve the first level up and the first level 5 through thieving, and then I'm going to definitely go for the 28 coin pouches at once. So if you can do 29, you actually get to level 10. So make sure you do 29 coin pouches instead. Also up in Sears Village is Death's Domain, so you can go and visit that. And then you can also cast Home Teleport to go back down to Catherby once you're done up there. And that's also an easy task. Once we're back down in Catherby, I'm probably going to hit back up the bank, get a small fishing net, and maybe buy a fishing rod and bait so I can catch a shrimp. Most likely go for the herring and maybe the anchovy. It really depends on how long that's going to take. I will definitely cook a shrimp and burn some food and cook 5 of them as well. You can also keep 16 plus raw shrimp to get 15 cooking as well if you are not planning on doing Gertrude's cat and you wanted to progress that way. Another good task to go get done is buying a rake for 15 GP and then raking a farming patch. And then you can go and start fishing contest. All you'll need for that is a fishing rod and spade. You can get the garlic on the way, and then with the spade you can go and dig up the red worms over in McRubber's Wood. After that, you can go back to Catherby, definitely grab a small net, and then get level 30 fishing. It should only take a few seconds. You'll get your first level 30 task, and it'll be a medium task, which is awesome. After that, I'm going to be planning on departing Catherby, and I'm going to be using the tunnel underneath White Wolf Mountain. I'm going to go and enter Towerley Dungeon, which is going to be an easy task. And then I'm gonna also go up to Turiel to get 3 tasks done, which is Slayer related. You can receive a Slayer task from Turiel. You can also just receive a Slayer task. This is all in Trailblazer, by the way. And then you can check your Slayer task when you just buy an enchanted gem for 1 GP. So that's pretty sweet. Next, I'm going to head over to Falador and just activating the lodestone from there. There's really nothing I think to do in Falador, so I'm just going to be going and ditching that and then heading straight to Stronghold of Security. Hopefully going to get all the way down to the bottom to equip some of the fancy boots. And then I also don't have it on here, but you can do all of the emotes. I think that would be in a medium Falador achievement or something. So definitely do that. Next, we're going to just head towards Varrock to unlock the Waystone and do a few things there. We can start Gertrude's cat right away. Make sure you have a raw sardine on you as well. And then that's when I'm going to be unlocking the first unlock, which would be cooking. Cooking is going to be a pretty good one to get up. It's also mainly to get death runes because I'm going to start growing cats, and through this whole process I'm going to start growing the first cat to get 200 death runes because that's going to definitely be needed to get the god cape. And while we're here, you may as well get Romeo and Juliet done because that's also an easy task. You need to get the cadaver berries, so when you go over to get that, you may as well grab a pickaxe and then go and get some copper ore and then some tin as well. So if you go down to Lumbridge or anywhere else, you'll be able to make a bronze bar for a task. The next thing I'm going to do is take 1k GP and purchase a POH. And as you can see over here, I have the GP totals as well that I'm kind of estimating that I'll have. Hopefully we can find the dog inside of Varrock to pet. We're also going to steal from the Varrock tea stall, which is an easy task. And then going up towards the lumberyard for Gertrude's cat, make sure to take 100 GP and 1 log. I totally forgot about that. and then you can turn a log into a plank. So this one right here, I actually should put up a little bit higher. It would be equipping an elemental staff. That's going to be 1500 GP. All right, now that we've got Gertrude's cat done and all this jazz, we have defeat a guard. We can do that pretty much here with a starter staff or whatever sort of combat style you're going to do. Bear their bones and get that easy task done. And now I'm going to start heading down towards Lumbee and Alcarid. I'm going to defeat an Alcarid warrior and also go through the gate, which is going to cost me 10 GP. And then if you go up and kill a cow actually beforehand, you can tan that cow hide. Then coming back across, you can start sheep shear, and then the shears are in that in the dude's house. I like how I wrote dude's house. I can't remember his name. You can smelt the bronze bar here as well, which is great. I'm gonna also use the range at Lumbridge Castle. I'm most likely gonna have food in the bank, or I can just keep a raw piece of food on me. And since we're doing sheep shear manually, we'll be able to spin a ball of wool for an easy task. And then while you're also here, you may as well start Rune Mysteries just to get that going. And at some point in time, you can defeat a goblin. And now I'm going to be departing from Lumbridge, going up towards Draenor. First, I'm actually going to go to the Wizard Tower. I'm going to start talking to Cedrador so I can get Rune Mysteries moving a little bit quicker. And then I'm going to head up towards Draenor Manor and then talk to Veos to head towards Land's End. I don't know if you can do that right away. Like, you have to maybe go to Port Piscalarius first and then you can go to Land's End. I don't know, but the goal is to hit Land's End because you can bank there. And now this is where it's going to get a little tricky. We do not know where they're going to be cutting the line on some of these tasks in Kourend. A lot of them were pretty repetitive, so they could be nicking a few of these, which isn't a huge deal because most of them are easy tasks in this first little section for library books. So I'm not too worried about that. But just a heads up that some of these may not be accurate. So after banking at Land's End, we're going to take the journey all the way up to Arceus Library, and we're going to spend probably about an hour, hour and a half there, and that'll most likely get us to 66 magic. That's kind of the goal. So we're going to turn in one library book, 10, 25. You'll eventually get 100% Arceus favor at around 40 something books. I think 48. I'm going to at least go to 114 books as I know that's level 60. We actually look at the Arceus Library calculator to get to 66. I'm going to probably end up going to 178. So I'll add that to the sheet. That's up to you if you wanted to do either or. There's some good little tasks you can definitely get done if you wanted to go to 66. Going through all those books, you're going to be getting a level 40, 50, and 60 done, which are going to be a medium, and hard task, which is awesome. Great points and great Sage's Renown. You're reaching a combat level of 10 and 25 respectively. And then you have some miscellaneous tasks to do that are based around magic that I decided to add using Law Rune teleports, casting a blast spell, casting high level alchemy. You can go up to the Wildy and defeat an adult chromatic dragon, which will be pretty sweet. You need to actually kill 2 of them for a task because you can bury the dragon bones, and then you can also take the dragon bones up to the altar, which you'll see down here in a second. Defeating a lesser demon and defeat the Wizard Tower demon can all be in one, and then you got another medium and easy done. So that's a pretty good path for anybody to take if they wanted to do that and get their magic up pretty quick. This line where I have now and everything that's highlighted is pretty much my path on what I want to do personally, and that's getting a god cape. So we're going to be heading back to Kourend actually after unlocking prayer. We got to gather roughly 60 bones, and I feel like the best place may be in Kourend to do that, and by the Shazian area for the big bones because they have spawns to pick up. After that, we'll head up to the Chaos Altar and then just run back and forth either to Ferox Enclave or go up towards Mage Bank. I don't know which one will be faster. Maybe I'll just find the one that's less populated. Visiting Ferox Enclave will be an easy task. I know that's a lot of people's number one thing to do. We're going to also be able to get an easy task by praying at the Southern Chaos Temple and the Western Chaos Temple. This one may be one you can do in a spare time. I don't know if I'll be getting that one done automatically, but it's just something I wanted to put on the list anyway. Definitely the Western one. We'll be going and sacrificing bones at the Chaos Temple as well, and then that's where the Dragon Bones also comes into play. You can sacrifice a Dragon Bone. And then heading up to the Mage Arena itself, I can enter the Mage Arena's Wilderness Resource area, I think. I don't know if that's if there's anything tied around that. I just saw that and it could be a potential or it could not be a potential. I'm going to use the Bank of the Mage Arena, of course, and then after that is equipping a god cape, using the 3 god spells, and that'll all be medium tasks, which is going to be super awesome. And then on top of it, for prayer stuff, I didn't know really where to put these, but yeah, you can restore 5 prayer points at an altar. Superhuman and improve reflexes at using them at the same time is an easy task, and then using protect from melee is a medium. And then overall, as we can see right here, there's going to be 720 league points I'm going to potentially be getting, plus 92 Sage's Renowned if Sage's Renowned is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 respectively for each tier of the tasks. So I feel like that's a pretty good start. Hopefully you enjoyed this kind of overview of my day 1 strategy. And if you want to have access to this, make sure to go and click the link description below. Go up into the top left, click file, and then make a copy, and you'll be able to have this sheet. This will most likely be my last video before League, so thank you for all the support. It's been great to see everybody coming in and chatting about leagues. It's super awesome. We'll see you in the game, man. Peace.